channel. My name is Neha, and today I'll be talking about book reviews. So, the book are not normal books, they are romance books, but they are spiciest books, let me tell you guys. So, these books are like, they'll just make you a book reader if you're not. But except the first series, but other books are like the. So, let's begin. Okay, so let's get started with the first series, that is Twisted Series. Okay, before talking about this series, let me tell you one thing or give you a disclaimer that अगर आप ये बुक पढ़ना शुरू is once you start reading these books, it is quite difficult for you to just leave the book and go around. Like when I decided to read this book or this series, I did not stop. I did not stop when it was first book. I did not stop when it was second book. I kept on reading till I was to the end of the series. So let me tell you, Twisted series are like the spiciest series, and they are like okay. So let me get started. Let me give you intro about the series first of all. So this series is about the story of four friends who are like besties and their respective partners and their love story and everything. The love story is not just the love story, it is like a love story. You know. Okay, so let's talk about the first book here. The first book is Twisted Love, and it is about two characters, that is Ava Jane and Alex Volko. Now, these both characters are completely opposite of each other. Like Alex Volko is like stone-hearted, pathetic, and just the nice person on earth. And Ava Jane, on the other hand, is the most beautiful person, and she's like the sunshine. She'll smile. She's like friendly with everyone, and she's like the beautiful person you can see. On the other hand, when you talk about Alex, he is traumatized with his past life, and there are a lot of things with which he's struggling and he's not ready for love. But then something happens, like her brother asks Alex, who's his best friend, to stay with Ava, Ava, and then they have to stay together. They're like neighbors, and then something happens, and they just fall in love, and that is all about it. But let me tell you, Twisted series are not just story; they are like more than story. And to be honest, this book is like, to be honest, my favorite book is fourth book, that is Twisted Lies, and that is my favorite. Like we'll come to it, but first of all, let me talk about Twisted Love. It is a nice book, but personally, I did not like the character of Alex Fonko, though he's in love with Ava, and it's like an exceptional love which you can see in every book. But personally, I did not like that person like a lot because that is not my type. Anyways. So the second book we have is Twisted Games. Now this book is really different, and it is not like cliche stories which we have in romance books, but it is the story between a bodyguard and a princess. The love story between bodyguard and princess. The princess is of Eldora, and her name is Bridget, and the bodyguard's name is Driss Larson. Now he's not just a bodyguard. He is retired from army something, and the story revolves around the traumatizing past of the body. The reason why I like this book is because there is a lot of suspense created in this book, and which keeps you reading or which keeps you just engaged in it. And the last reading is like, third book we have is about Twisted Hate. Oh my god! Let me tell you guys, if you're someone who's not into dirty novels, please don't go for this book. I request you don't go for this book because this book, oh my god! I mean, I've never read such a wild book ever in my life. Like, so basically, this is proper, pure, शुद्ध रूप से enemies to lovers kind of story. Like, शुद्ध रूप से enemies to lovers. I mean, okay, so this is like the story between Ava, who was from the first book, Twisted Love, so her best friend and her brother's story. So these both are like the worst enemies of each other. Like they want to kill each other, kind of people. And both of them are so aggressive, so red flags. Still, something happens and they just work in the same hospital because he's doctor and she, I don't remember because I've read it very long back, but they work together and slowly things happen and you know, but that is not it. Like Twisted series will never fail you to, you know, give you that. Okay, so moving on to the last book of this series is Twisted Lights. Okay, this book is has all my heart because from this book I found my fictional boyfriend. So the story is about the girl named Stella Alonso and Christian Harper. So again, Christian Harper is like the CEO of the company, which even Alex was, but the character of Alex and Christian is completely different. I mean, you will understand when we read the book. But he's very sweet. I mean, he's also CEO and he's also like the boss and everything. He's even rich but not rich. I liked his character because he's so into love with Stella. Stella is a content creator. Okay, so Stella is a content creator and she is someone who's so self-independent and she's always constantly judged by her parents. So to prove them wrong, she always tried to be apart from them and tries to prove them wrong by doing something different. Also, she had some secrets around her, as well as even Christian had some secrets around him. So, by when they come across each other's secret, they fall in love with each other. To be honest, Christian was always in love with Stella. And this story, I'm not going to reveal. You will read the book and then you'll understand. But it is like completely interesting book. It is very sweet and very nice and also sweet. Okay, so that was all about Twisted series. I hope you liked the book. I think that if you're someone who's new to book reading, you shouldn't go directly to the Twisted series. There are also other books which are like small, like 100 pages, 50 pages. You should start reading those, or you can start with reading something, you know, something lighter than Twisted series because it's like too much. Okay, so second book we have is Better Than Movies by Lynn Penter. This book is not as spicy as Twisted series or other book which I'm going to recommend you, but this book is very sweet and very like Shuddha book, which you can call it. I really like this book because the story is based on high school theme, and there is this girl named Lise Bumbox who's a lot into romance and romance movies, music. The best part I loved about this girl is that she has playlist for each and every moment of her life. Like if she's in love with someone, she'll have playlist with Liz and her whatever partner she's with. And if she's sad, she'll have playlist for everything. Like even for tiniest things, she'll have playlist, which just I felt like sweet sick. Then she has this neighbor whose name is Wes. I just forgot his surname, but he's so annoying. Like she wants to kill him. They both want to kill each other. Like that kind of annoying he is. And she has this childhood crush whose name is Michael. Now he's friends with Wes. Now she has to, be friends with Wes now because Michael is someone who is close to him. And then when they are like in this deal, they both fall in love with each other, and it is all about it. The story made me surprised or made me shocked when at the end there is a big huge reveal at the end, and it just made me just like it was the sweetest thing. So you should read it. And this book is not just a book or the romance stuff. It also makes you laugh. Like no book I read till now has made me laugh, and this book made me laugh. Like this, you know, I like this book. Then though I guess we are on the third book. So the third book we have is The Fine Print by Karen Asher. So I don't remember the names of the character in this book because I have read this book a long back, but I can tell you the story. So it is based on the amusement park thing. So the story is between employee and the boss or the owner of the amusement park. So now the owner is like he has been given this responsibility by his grandfather about the amusement park. He has to prove himself by doing certain things, and once he proves that, he's the owner of the amusement park. Now, there are a lot of hilarious moments in this book because the girl here is very clumsy and very like she's smart still she's very clumsy, and the entry is like. And the worst part is when she enters and she's already late, very late, and she doesn't know with whom she's speaking. She's like yapping about the company and the boss and blah 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 blah. And then she comes to know that the person with whom she's talking is the actual boss. Now what happens after this? For that you have to read the book. The next book and the last book which we have is Picker by Hannah Grace. Oh my god. I have this book with me, and I have to show you something which is written on this book. Can you read this, guys? This line. Okay. So, yeah. So, if someone cannot see this, it is 18 plus content, not suitable for younger readers. So, from that, you would have understood that this book is going to be Okay, so let me get started with this book. So this book has a different theme than other books. So these both are ice skaters. He's ice skating hockey into something like ice skating hockey, and she's a proper ice skater. Now the story is about her, passion towards the sport and his love. Like he is so madly in love with her. He even can give his hockey, ice skating, something hockey, for her. So I just like the way he is. It's such a clean flag and such a, he can give anything to be with her. And that is something which I liked about it. And the second part is her. Like she is someone who would not give an F if he is not, against her self-respect or something. And that is something which I like because nowadays I see like girls are just. If he's disrespecting them or whatever. But this girl, no, she has it. She is like the strongest person I've ever seen. She's like, you just do something wrong and I'll kill you or I'll break your mouth. She actually wants to win Olympics, gold in Olympics, and her focus, no matter what happens, how many challenges she has to face, but she's so focused on her goal that just motivates you. And I just like about that thing about her. Also, the one thing which I understood about this book or I learned from this book is that you should always smell nice. I mean, every time they're talking about each other, they'll always mention that how nice she smells or how nice he smells, and that is something which I was like, okay, so nice. So yeah, that's it. I mean, we are done with the book. I hope you like this video, and let me know which book reviews you want me to just review further. And yeah, that is about it. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching my video. Love you. Bye bye.